Michael. This is Enoree Station Project. I believe this is episode 27, and we're going to be making hardware for the windows that we built last week. So picked up a drill press at an estate sale because I need to make my own hardware. I searched everywhere throughout the internet for the original hardware. I'll show a shot of that. Can't find it anywhere. The only company that seems to make it, there's two. A vintage hardware company in the US that's solid brass. They're very expensive and they're not really appropriate for the building. The originals are just, I think, mild steel. And then there's a company in Australia that makes the perfect one, but I don't think I could get it here. Haven't found a US supplier for it. And yeah, just the shipping even from Australia, it just seems like a nightmare to try. So I don't actually need a ton of new hardware. So there's 3 original sashes to the building. Then we put in 2 new windows, which I've decided to make fixed windows. All the other windows tilt. I just think having 2 fixed windows, it'll be easier and I'll need a lot less hardware, which obviously I can't get. So the building is missing 2 full sashes, which means I'm missing the pin hardware off of those tilt hinges for the windows. So there should be the little sliders should still be in the window frames. Pretty sure they are. I haven't noticed one missing, and they're flat steel anyway. I can make more of these if I had to. But the real big thing I'm missing is I need 4 total new pins. So got the drill press set up, bought some steel, bought some rod, and we're going to try to put it all together, weld it together, and make some new hardware. And then we'll get to fitting the windows in the building. All right, let's get started. Okay, so got them all painted up, cleaned up the welds a little bit. Like I said, they're not the prettiest things in the world, but I think they're pretty darn close to the originals. This shaft size is a hair bigger actually than mine, unfortunately. Yeah, it was either get one 1/2 inch or 3/8. That's the only 2 rod sizes they had. This must be 7/16, so it's close. I think it'll work still. I thought it'd rather be a hair small than a hair big. They seem to fit. They seem to fit still really well in the slot plate. So obviously, I don't think it's going to be an issue. But I didn't want to go too big and it jam. So, all right. So the next thing will be, I guess, installing these and fitting windows. Okay, back here at the cottage, I've got all of the window, I guess they're sashes still, frames down here. We're going to start fitting them in the building. So there's no power, so generator, and I've also brought the jointer. So the original windows have a slight taper on the edge that allows them to tilt open without rubbing against the, I guess the outer frame. So we're going to put that in, and any shaping and sizing that needs to be done will be done with this jointer. And I guess we'll start right here. We'll take the board off the window and get started. Well, it's screwed in. I forgot about that. I would have been pounding for a while. Okay, so this gives you a better idea how these windows go in. So on that side is just a solid pin, just a hole, and then you're supposed to whoop, and drop it down. And then once you're done with that, you find it. This goes over it and covers it and gives you a point where that's your maximum tilt for this window. I might change that. I might actually change the angle and let them tilt a little bit more, but you know, we'll see. All right, I got to reinstall the hardware on that side. I took it out because I thought I might have to make more. Don't think I do, and then we'll get to fit in one of these new windows. Okay, it is in, sort of. Didn't film much of me wrestling with it because it was pretty embarrassing. So it is in there. It does tilt, but these window frames are square because the originals were square. You could see a lot of daylight up top and nothing at the bottom. So these outer frames have shifted quite a bit. This wall had a lot of water damage, so you can see I started with this one because I knew that this was going to be one of the worst ones given all the water damage. So got a 1/2 inch off at the bottom and rubbing at the top. Good news is it does fit the opening. The opening's just not square. So we're going to work on that. I'll pry, hammer, and we'll try to get this thing. If I have to end up rebuilding the whole opening, I gotta rebuild the whole opening. But like I said, this should be hopefully the worst one on the building. All right, back to work. Okay, things are escalating quickly. So this window frame was not just off, it was really off. I did a lot of repair work on this wall, and when I did it, I was trying to make sure that the studs were straight and didn't give much thought about the window frame, and it's really far off, and there was a fair amount of water rot and water damage on the top of this sill. I was hoping to save it, but once I had to start pounding on this window frame to try to straighten everything out, it started to crumble, so it had to go. Got a new one. It's a board out of here. It's covered in, I think that's turkey vulture poop, and it should be cut to size, and we're going to try to fit it. Well, I guess it fits. Okay, after a lot of wrestling, I think I've got it as good as it's going to get. Got to nail the new sill in, but I'll give you a look at the gaps. So you can see a little bit bigger at the top than the bottom. I'm going to have to probably cheat and shave the window frame a hair or add a strip in, because as you can see, I've already got it nailed in, and there's nowhere else for this thing to go. Same thing though on this side. This side's actually much more even. Get you lined up there. So I'm very happy with this side. But like I said, there's just nowhere else for it to go. So I'll get this all nailed up and probably stop for lunch. Okay, I've got the window marked out, or we got to shave it a little bit. Like I said, I wish this window would fit better, but I just don't think it's going to happen with how rough this opening is. But it's solid. That's the best I can say about it. All right, let me fire up the generator and we'll get to shaving the window a little bit. Okay, after a lot of beating and fidgeting around, I think I got this one as good as it's going to get. It's a little tight in here, so that's the same spot I had to shave on the last one. And I think this one will be good to go. So this one had a lot less damage than the last one, but the whole thing was actually shifted over a hair. So it was a lot of pounding shims in to try to bring it back to where it was originally. But I think that'll work. All right, I think that's going to do it for today. I got 3 more of these pivot windows to fit it on the back of the building. Just don't have time for it today. So the idea is once these are all done fitted, is I'm going to put a little piece of seal, like a stick-on seal, either on the window frame itself or on the sash. I don't know yet. Kind of play that by ear. They had literally nothing to begin with, so whatever I do will be an improvement. All right. Unfortunately, time's up for today. I got to board the windows back up before it gets dark. So, all right. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye.